On Sunday, April 26th, TriFive Cruise put on its fifth cruise. This will be the spring one. Here we managed to just go to one basic location, but had a couple of startup points where everybody managed to meet up and take the trip with us. We had the usual dash plaques to hand out to everyone that came. And where we ended up going was this place here, the Niles Flying A gas station. So we met up in the town of Tracy out in the Central Valley of California, and we had a pretty good turnout there, considering it was actually kind of a dreary looking day out, and at times did drizzle a little bit, but not enough to really ruin the spirits or anything. So that's where we hooked up. You had a coffee shop there to get coffee, you had a gas station to get gas, and you had a chance to visit with some of your old friends and make new friends at the same time. You can tell the cars are ready for travel with having the bras still on. Avoid the bugs and the chips and stuff. But where we're going, it's going to be pretty free of traffic. So we take off and make a drive to Sonol from Tracy, taking this back road on Corral Hollow through the southern part of Alameda County. When I said backcountry, I mean backcountry. Not exactly sure how tall these hills were in here, but they were a pretty good climb for everybody and got us kind of spaced out a little bit on it. And the roads were actually pretty decent condition for as old as they were. But we hit some rain, just a little bit, and nobody melted. It was amazing. So we get to Sonol, which again is in Alameda County, and it's a little old town located very rurally right below Pleasanton and halfway to Fremont. So we met up here with some people that were already here and others who showed up with us. And then once we got that all gathered up and managed to corral the whole group, it was time to head out and go down what's called Niles Canyon Road. And this is a very well-traveled road, a lot of bicyclists and stuff you have to watch for, but it also has a train track that runs along it. And just so happened that this day they were actually running the train for a charity event. So it kind of got our pictures. This train typically runs through the summer on weekends, and then they do a holiday train at Christmas, which is extremely busy and pretty darn expensive nowadays. It used to be a fun little trip to take the kids on. So I have a little drone footage here showing the cars going through the same area. And this train track and the road kind of follow each other, crisscross over the creek that's here. It's a nice drive now. It used to be a little narrower and a little scarier at times, but it's a pretty good one now, as long as you don't run into too many bicyclists. Unfortunately, we don't have any sound of the cars going by in this spot, but we do in a minute. So hang tight, and we'll get to see that and hear it. So trying to be a little creative here with some of the footage, showing the cars. I mean, how often have you ever seen your car from the rooftop? So we managed to get all the cars out at the same time on the road, so we had nobody else in between us. And that was thanks to John Rusher running the rear part of the cruise, blocking the roadway so all of us could get out in front of him. And now we get a little ground level version. So how many cars did you count so far? Not really sure myself. I think we had about 35. So as we come out of Niles Canyon, you come right into the town of Niles, which is a small, older town that is now part of Fremont, California. And so they've redone the station. It's pretty cool. Picture of myself and my oldest kid, Curtis. I'm teaching this kid where the gas goes in a 56. And a crocus yellow and black car. Don't see that too often, but you'll see it a lot in here because it's in different pictures. Got Les's really cool looking convertible 55 there. And it just stands out no matter where it goes. So I'm not sure how many 55s, 56s, or 57s we had there. I didn't stop to count them all. Maybe that's something you can do and let me know. The only Ford there was the one that belongs to the gas station. But this one, very custom one, you probably know it's Sunmad. And there I am again with my two kids, Courtney and Curtis, who both helped a lot with this. We have Norma Ross and my daughter Katie there, dressed up for it. Katie was taking pictures of all the cars at the station and everything. And we had lunch served right there. That was really nice. Had a good collection of cars. Everybody got a chance to pull in and get their picture taken at the station. Katie with my car getting the picture on it there. And this is what she drove there, her 55. And then we have quite a collection of other cars here. Sometimes you'll see repeats and stuff, but I thought it was just a nice collection of the 3 different years there. Then we get a little drone footage, show you downtown, all the cars. We kind of took up Main Street here, caused quite a traffic jam in places. People taking pictures, people just stopping to look, but nobody got hit, so it was good. Todd Ross's hot rod here. This guy brought a few inches of rubber to the show, and it's a pretty impressive little sleeper. Somebody must be a A's fan over here. And antiques, perfect spot for us to park. My car, the flag's on it. Got a few more over here. It just seems like there was TriFives everywhere. So anyway, now it's time to get an award. We always give an award out at each location we stop at. And this time, the people at the Flying A picked Paul Ryan and his 56 150 as their favorite car. Here's Paul with his wife. Kind of a cool little shot with the plaque right there on that shiny bumper. And now he's taking it home with him. So you come out to these cruises, you can go home with some hardware. Anyway, I'd like to really thank the people that helped me, mostly my kids and Norma, Roy Sorensen for doing professional photography work for us, and most of all, Flying A.